Hey, everybody. Happy Halloween. It's Chase. Can you hear me? See me? Who knows? This is a sneak attack tonight. I am fresh in out of the cold. My nose is still red from the football game, and we got some vinegar syndrome dropping on Halloween night. My eyeglasses are right here.
I don't need them.
I shouldn't need them. But can you hear me, Chill? Can see and hear me? All right. I should be being joined by Jason of Movie Mass 4K here soon. But at 12:01, this thing's going to go live. We're going to do some Vinegar Syndrome. I'm going to share this thing around so everybody knows that we're here. Let's see. Oh.
Is it cool?
I did not mean to do that. Can't do that. I'm not really sure what's happening. Can't do that. All right. Come join us for Halloween Night Live. And all kinds of shenanigans. All right, there's 16 of us. We got, let's see, it's at 12:01. It's 12:01. Let's refresh this page and get it on here. And there it is. Garbage Pail Kids, the new VSU. Happy Halloween, Horror Girl, Sooner GM. Let me turn these, let's turn the comments on for now. Jeff Gerald in the house. What's up, man? David, how are you guys doing? I am fresh in off the football game. A tough loss to end our season tonight. Yeah, Garbage Pail Kids was 100% my guess. If you guys look back about a week or so ago. And there it is. There it is. Yeah, definitely. As soon as they said grossest film, that like popped right to my head. Yeah, Jeff, we had basically a play-in game tonight in our region, and it was tough. It was cold out there too. B MAGA is pumped for Garbage Pail Kids. Well, man, let me tell you, I can't say pumped, but these were super popular. I know. I have not seen this movie since I was a kid. Like, see, I got to be honest. I would be happier if this VSU had been like Under Siege instead of Arrow getting it. There's Jay. Jason in the house.
What up, everybody?
What's up?
Oh, not much, man. I was just having a lit Halloween, man. How you doing?
Just came in off, like literally my nose is still red from being outside. Drove home, jumped in here, changed clothes, jumped on the live stream. Season came to an end tonight. No playoffs for us.
Okay.
Oh, lost your picture.
Yeah, I was just messing around with the settings in here. Sorry about that.
At close range is going quick. All right, we'll jump over here and see what else is going at close range.
I haven't seen any of the new releases yet.
This is Cinematograph, Christopher Walken and Sean Penn.
Okay.
Oh, damn, it is down to 486 that fast.
Which one is?
Oh, but that's the limited edition slipcase with the fall journal. Yeah, I don't need the journal. There's over 2,000 of the limited edition slipcase.
There we go. That's going to be a 4K.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm convinced they throw darts about what's getting a 4K the way Arrow throws darts about what's getting a chunky box.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to it. Let's just kind of browse around everything they dropped out right here. Time Crimes. And I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is rare for Vinegar Syndrome because I'm fairly certain this had a release already with Umbrella.
Yeah, and that might have been Australia only, right? If it's Umbrella.
Yeah, it might have been Australia only. You still don't normally see Vinegar Syndrome get beat to the punch on a 4K. Usually, when they're putting out a 4K, they're the first ones to do it.
So they did the restoration on this one.
Let's see. It says newly scanned and restored in 4K from its 35 millimeter digital interpositive negative.
But I'm guessing VS didn't work on that. I'm sure they would have done the work for Umbrella just to release it first, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I don't. Let's see. Does anybody in here have the Umbrella release of this? I don't feel like it was that long ago either.
No, I feel like that was like this year.
Mm-hmm.
Are you catching an echo off my audio?
I am a little. I think it. Hold on, it might be my other. Let me. Let's see. No, it's not that. Let's see here.
Got my leftover Halloween candy. Toss that old beer in there. Sorry, kids.
Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of that. I was seeing if there was anywhere else we were playing from over here, and I'm not catching it because usually that's what happens.
Yeah, that's why I was messing with my settings in StreamYard a second ago. I wanted to make sure that the right audio source was what was getting caught and everything.
Well, I mean, you sound really vivid in my ears, but like I don't see anything. Oh. I know what I can do. Hold on 1 second. You guys might hear a loud buzz.
That's me.
I
got one last Oktoberfest.
Is the echo gone now?
I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like it. There we go.
Yeah.
It sounds way better. I don't want to be driving the viewers crazy.
Driving the viewers away. There's 50 of us. You guys make sure you appreciate you hanging out with us, looking up Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So apparently Time Crimes for Umbrella was Blu-ray only, not a 4K.
Oh, okay. So this is like Vinegar Syndrome kind of slam dunking on them a little bit because that's Vinegar Syndrome 4K is still a pretty nice looking thing for the most part. I mean, they do good work.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope everybody had a fun Halloween.
Watching Trick or Treat. Well, we did that live last night.
Trick or Treat or Trick or Treat?
That like the Trick R, just the Tricker, or the one we watched.
Trick or Treat. That's a good one for tonight. If I hadn't watched it last night with you guys, I'd be watching it tonight for sure.
Oh, Scott, I don't know. I can't swear to you that Garbage Pail Kids is the worst movie Vinegar Syndrome has ever released. But there's probably some serious contenders up there. But yeah, Striptease with Demi Moore for a VSU, that would have been great. Something like that.
Yeah.
Under Siege, Are Snakes on a Plane, to be quite honest with you, what Arrow put out today would have been better suited for a VSU. Feels like to me.
Yeah. Under Siege would have been a good VSU, I think. Would have been very consistent with that line. What have you heard about Time Crimes, or have you seen it?
I have heard nothing about, like, I've heard people talk about it. I have never seen this.
Yeah.
So I really don't know. It is, I know that, like, I'm as a subscriber, I'm getting it, so I will experience it for sure. It says it's an audacious mashup of science fiction, horror, and a murder mystery shot on Super 16.
I've heard it's very legit. I have not seen it either, but I have heard very good things. People have said that it is really, really interesting. It's got a little time travel element. I think that's the sci-fi is a reference to the time travel element. And I've just heard that it's a really, really cool movie. And so I'm kind of happy to see Vinegar Syndrome putting out on 4K because I was interested in checking it out, but I wasn't going to buy an Umbrella Blu-ray I'm
No.
gonna wait for it to be released domestic. I'm glad I did.
Happy Halloween, Becca.
Becca, what's good? Happy Halloween.
T. Shofi, if I had to guess, when do you think Salem's Lot? Listen, I would have swore to you, Salem's Lot has been being teased since like back in April or May. So I would have swore to you it would have come out before Halloween. And then I would have swore to you it would have been January for sure, especially after they just released the teaser a couple of days ago. So I got nothing for you on that, man, because they've also been teasing Red Sonja and Excalibur for a long time too. Red Sonja, they've been a long time now.
Excalibur would be awesome.
But that, like, no, again, another month, Jason. We had several of them this or in 2025 of no chunky boxes from Arrow at all.
Yeah,
watching Night of the Demons.
Oh, Night of the Demons is another good one for Halloween. That's a good one to watch into the early morning of November the 1st, because you know they sort of like hobble home at the end and the sun's coming up and shit. They're like, you know, and everybody's thinking like, oh wow, they were out all night partying, but it was like, no, we were barely surviving murderous demons. I'm excited for Time Crimes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad to get that. Now this one, the Shaw scares. Oh my god! Now wait, no. Now Vinegar Syndrome's going to get in on the Shaw Brothers stuff.
Yeah, you know what I've read about the martial arts stuff, particularly. I don't mean like Jet Li and Jackie Chan, like more recent and popular stuff, but a lot of the stuff from the 60s and the 70s and the stuff that's like really lesser known, like this crap right here. I've heard you can license it for peanuts. And so that's why you see so much of the, Shouts doing it. Arrow just about every month puts out something, either a Shawscope box or a Japanese, neo-noir of the 70s. It seems like every boutique is just boom, 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 because it feels like it fluffs out the numbers a little bit.
Yeah, that's what you even had the guy from Terror Vision on his live stream talking about how they could just buy them outright for $2,500, $1,500, just buy them outright.
I feel like we need to start releasing some Chopsaki stuff.
No kidding. He had photos of himself like next to like the pallet where they just sent the film for this one movie in its big canisters, just like they're here, take the whole thing.
Yeah, yours.
Blockbuster Box says in the house. Happy Halloween, my friend. Crystal, you caught a live stream. Happy Halloween.
What up, Crystal?
Maddie, you're watching Day of the Dead.
There we go.
Yep, Crystal, you made it to a live on Halloween night. It's a good time.
Halloween night. I hope everybody had a lit Halloween. I feel kind of like I got roughed up a little bit.
And be careful what you click on with Vinegar Syndrome. I thought I was safe in the Shaw Brothers, but apparently not.
Yeah, they like to put those up just to kill a stream, Just in case some YouTuber is, oh yeah, you are right. This I'm looking at it now, and yeah, that's some pretty frontal nudity.
Sex Beyond the Grave is one of the titles.
Oh,
so well, there you go.
I gotta say, like yes, I'm developing a reputation for being kind of a
Sir Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah, Sir Hong Kong Phooey. But I like to think that I'm still somewhat discerning. And I mean, some of these might be great. I mean, if it's like some weird Cat 3 movie from the 80s, I'll probably check it out. I wound up really liking Iron Angels, especially the first one, because it was just batshit crazy. And I kind of like that. I kind of like when it's just frenetic and crazy and like, they're really going kind of wild, but the martial arts were good too. But yeah, I don't know anything about these.
I will get this because it says it's included in the subscriber package. So I will get this. I also got the Devil's Fetus, like those were Cat 3 or whatever, and like I couldn't with those. But I don't know. It's just like to me, this is just. Like, please, like Arrow does Shaw Brothers, Shout does Shaw Brothers. Like, come on, guys. Everybody doesn't have to do this. Like, there's got to be. Meanwhile, there's other films out there that, like Kino is out Vinegar Syndrome, in my opinion, with some things. Like they're getting stone cold with Brian Bosworth. You know, it just seems like a total VSA title. Like, where you at on that Vinegar Syndrome? Like, we don't. I feel like this market is super served, and I understand they're getting them for peanuts. So, but like the market is super served for these.
They are so overserved. It is like these guys. I mean, after decades of the 80s, the 90s, not really getting the deep cuts of the Hong Kong stuff, these guys got to be happy now. I don't want to hear a single complaint out of the really like Hong Kong cinema fan people, because I mean, like you said, they're really overserved. They're getting this stuff every month from every boutique, from everybody. That's the thing; it's from everyone. So that's, I mean, even Criterion kind of dabbles in a little bit. They released Condors recently, and I mean, of course, they'll snap up anything that's kind of a little bit more artsy, like In the Mood for Love and Chungking Express and stuff like that. But here is the Vinegar Syndrome retail version of the Keep. Now, I do think you have to be a subscriber to get this from the website. Jason, you can tell me if you see it on the site. No, I don't see the Criterion Journal either. Okay. So those must be sub only. Got special privileges. I'm kind of excited about Garbage Pail Kids, the movie. I've seen a lot of negativity over the last 48 hours on the Blu-ray.com forums. They've got a thread that's dedicated to Vinegar Syndrome with all the Vinegar Syndrome fans in there, and that's where they chatter about all the various releases. And I'm seeing a pretty good bit of negativity, more than I thought I would see about Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, I don't like. This feels like one of the. It feels like it's. I think it's because it comes on the heels of Mac and Me. Yeah. So like, you get this doubled up as a VSU with like Mac and Me. And B Maga's in there saying, somewhere in here saying, hell yeah. But like, for a lot of people, it's like, dude, okay, you did Mac and Me. Let's do something that's more like Roadhouse or Showgirls, and then you can come back to this. I think it's I again, B Maga, sorry if you're in here. I prefer this to Mac and Me. But I can, I think it's just like the feeling of, are we going total like cheesy kids movie line here? Yeah. Well, I think that will bolster. I think there were some other folks on YouTube who were talking about VSU as if it was a line for like kids, as if Vinegar Syndrome is, they're releasing stuff for kids, marketing stuff towards kids, and not like nostalgic adults. Yeah, they're definitely not a kids boutique, but this is definitely for 45 plus year olds or so that exactly remember this stuff. Yeah, it's for adults who had 35 years ago had a stack of Garbage Pail Kids cards. Yes, that's who it's for. That's why it's funny to say that like VSU is a kids line. It's not really, because there's no kids that are like navigating to the Vinegar Syndrome website. Like, I'm going to order some Vinegar Syndrome boutiques for the Blu-ray player that I've never owned in my whole life because I'm 17 or whatever. It just seems like this is a line for nostalgia. It's not like kids are like, I want to see Daryl and I want to see Showgirls. I mean, it's obvious that it's for nostalgic adults. I can see where it's like, what are we doing? Because you have things like you have Roadhouse and Showgirls and Southern Comfort on the one hand, and on the other hand, you have Daryl, Mac and Me, and Garbage Pail Kids. Yeah, there is like you should almost just call it the Vinegar Syndrome nostalgia line, because there's not really a coherent tie-in, because this movie was not a blockbuster ever, nor a failed attempt at a blockbuster, I wouldn't say. Yeah. It was still pretty it was well known. The Garbage Pail Kids were super popular, but I don't remember the movie being a massive hit or anything. I don't think it was. I think it was you know, there was an audience, I think, built in just because, like you said, the cards were really well known and a lot of people had them. So I think there might have been some, but you know, I don't know. I think it it might have been the thing that was destined to be a cult hit, because I can't imagine a lot of parents being like, let's take our 8 and 10-year-old to Garbage Pail Kids this weekend. And on the other hand, it might appeal to 8 and 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds, but like they weren't taking themselves to the movies at that point. So that might have been a tough sell for parents.
Yes. This is the this is the Black Friday pre-order stuff.
Yeah.
Including the 2 secret releases.
I'm interested in these.
So, but like they said, this is only half of what they're announcing for this month. They still on like actual I guess later this month, they will actually announce more stuff for this month.
Yeah. This is how they did Looking for Mr. Goodbar and The Keep, I think, last year.
Yes. Yeah.
Those were both surprise titles.
Or no, it was The Keep and Sliver. The Keep and Sliver.
Okay. But I know there were a couple of surprise titles and it was like, let's not say anything. And you know, I skipped pre-ordering actually. I didn't bother pre-ordering them. And I guess this is cheaper. It's $87.99. So like if you buy them,
you do save if you pre-order them. This year I get these, so I don't have to place the order. So it says, unimpressed by slime snot and smells of the Garbage Pail Kids movie on 4K, not feeling the off-the-walls creativity of Time Crimes, shrugging off a trip of insane 80s horror films from the Shaw Brothers. Well, we've still got terrifying treats that'll be perfect additions to your library in the world of 4K debuts of 2 horror shockers, though for very different reasons. From 2 of the most visionary, for different reasons, genre filmmakers in the late 20th century, one of which is so infamous we can risk saying no more. VS Vinegar Syndrome has newly and exclusively restored both of their stunning and extras packed 4Ks. Okay, that doesn't give you a whole lot to go on to unpack there.
They're both 80s horrors. Are they both from the 80s?
It just says
20th century.
Yeah, it just says late 20th century.
That means probably 80s or 90s.
Yeah. And one visionary who's so infamous we can risk saying no more.
Yeah, so these are apparently very shocking films. What are some shocking films that were released in the 90s? Shocking horror films.
Yeah,
I'm wondering, like, I'm at a loss to try to think of some horror films that came out in the 90s that like made news for being particularly shocking.
Nothing in the 90s like jumps to the forefront of my mind.
Or they might be overselling this, perhaps. I don't know.
They do that.
Telling us it's more shocking and more infamous than maybe it might seem when we find out what the title is.
I always give out chocolate, Maddie. Always, like I get assorted like the chocolate pack, like chocolate assortments.
I got my little bit of leftovers right here. I got an empty beer. Let me move that. I got a Tootsie Roll.
T Shofi says he ain't spending $90 on 2 movies. He don't know what they are.
Yeah, that is risky, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, I think last year they were good. I was okay with what they released last year.
Well, yeah, I mean, last year you had the Keep and Sliver, so that's pretty big.
The savings isn't enough. Like it says on the listing,
you save $5.
Yeah, save about $5 compared to Black Friday prices. Like I'll pay the $5 just to see what they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'll trade the $5 just to know if I want the movie or not. If the savings was going to be significant, like $15, then you would just do it and then resell one if you weren't interested in it. Just, sell it at retail and make a few bucks on the back end. But I don't know. The savings are not enough to compel me to.
No.
thing. And then my wife would be like, "Hey, so what is this Vinegar syndrome thing that you ordered? And why does it say that on it? Did our debit card get hacked?" And I'd have to be like, "No, honey, I ordered a couple of movies." "Cool. Which movies did you order? I like watching movies with you." "Well, I don't actually know which movies I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered a couple of movies and I've got no idea what they are." And she'd be like, "For $90, you bought 2 movies. You paid $90 and you don't even know what movies they are." And I'd be like, "Yeah, honey, it's fun."
B MAGA, if it's Dead Alive, people will go nuts if it's Dead
Yeah.
Alive.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson. Like they'll go nuts if it's Dead
Yeah.
Alive. I can't but is that director they're saying the director is infamous. I don't know if I put Peter Jackson as infamous.
Or are they saying that the title is infamous? Like Dead
Well,
Alive.
let's read that back.
Dead Alive would probably qualify more so than Peter Jackson now
Yes.
that he's done Lord of the Rings and shit.
Debuts of 2 horror shockers, though for very different reasons. So they're shocking for different reasons.
Yeah.
From 2 of the most visionary for different reasons.
What about that one?
Genre filmmakers, though. I don't know Peter Jackson.
Yeah, it's hard to call him a genre film.
Yeah, of the 20th century, one of which is so infamous we can risk saying no more. So they're saying the genre filmmaker, to me, the way I read that, is the one that's infamous.
What about the movie that came out? It came out, I think, in the early 80s, and it was about a ghost that was consistently
The
assaulting.
Entity?
Yes, that's the one.
Barbara Hershey. Does that
have a release?
Screen Factory has that on Blu-ray out print.
And this is supposed to be a UHD premiere, so maybe that kind of seems like it could be a shocking movie given the nature of the crimes of that particular entity, or a little bit.
That is actually a solid movie. I wouldn't be upset with that.
Snuggle struggle.
But the director, I don't really. Sidney Fury. Trying to think of what else. Okay, so he is known for directing Iron Eagle and Superman: The Quest for Peace. Okay. He's directed some other stuff too, but if that's what they're putting up there as what you're known for. Listen, as we're talking about that, I would love to see Iron Eagle as a VSU. That would be a good at VSU. The infamous director or the infamous visionary is throwing me a bit. Both first time to 4K doesn't say first time to disc. Yeah, so they could have a blue from somebody.
Yeah. They're just like UHD premieres at this point. So
Legion 2010 is the 21st century. Right? So this is late 20th century. I did read that, didn't I? Yeah, it is late 20th century.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
$90 for mystery movies. It's $1,000 worth of fun. Oh, we got somebody join. We got a new member to the channel, Jason Hardy. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, my friend.
Also a member of the Jason Club.
Yeah, Halloween night is a great time to join. Oh, Dream VSU, Big Trouble in Little China. You will get no argument from me or Jason on that.
None here at all. I don't see it happening, obviously. I mean, that's why it's VSU. It's locked up tight with Disney. The mouse is laying on that. He's got stuffed under his mattress.
I mean, now if Brian were in here, he would be like, ugh.
He'd be
but with just me and Jason, we can run wild on Big Trouble in Little China.
I love Big Trouble in Little China. I don't understand people who don't, because
I don't understand what's not to like about that movie.
Yeah, it's a very difficult movie to dislike. It's so much fun.
See, I guess to me, that's why I didn't understand the hate for the the Eddie Murphy VSU of the Golden Child because those movies are similar. Now,
Yeah.
Big Trouble is better, but they're similar types of films in my brain.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't see how you could really like that one and just absolutely hate this one because they feel similar in my head. But
I think they're related. I mean, they're definitely like sister films because of the genre similarities
mhm.
and thematic similarities.
Quietly in the House. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, but when did Jeepers Creepers come out, though? It doesn't fit, does it? Because
The director's certainly infamous, but for the wrong reasons. Like,
yes,
not that he's infamous for making shocking films. It's his personal life that he's infamous for because he's not a very popular individual. I'm not sure that Vinegar Syndrome, particularly given kind of like Justin La Liberty and sort of how he feels about things, as evidenced by his Twitter, I can't see him going with the dude, publishing work by the guy who, did what he did.
And here's the thing. I just looked it up. Jeepers Creepers is 2001. So that misses it, right? So we got to be before 2000 for 20th century.
Yeah, we got to be before 2000.
Settle down, everybody. Carrie is here.
I saw that.
Hello, Simon. There are 100 of us in here. I love it.
Yeah.
Hanging out on midnight.
100 people who are not out there partying and getting laid
That's
on
right.
Halloween. I'm sorry, guys.
Audition 1999. It's interesting. I was just talking with 4K Tent Revival on that, who says hit all the buttons. And I happened to look up who owns all the rights to that. And as of right now, Vinegar Syndrome owns no rights to Audition 1999.
I thought Criterion was, in fact, I think it was Brad who was saying Criterion.
Yes, so Criterion owns the TV rights. Shout owns Criterion. It's all over the place, man. Criterion owns the TV rights in the U.S. Shudder owns the streaming rights in the U.S. Shout Factory, Screen Factory owns the physical media U.S. rights. Arrow owns the UK physical media rights, and Umbrella owns all the rights in Australia. So it's like
that's wild,
piecemealed all over the place.
That just feels like you married to a chick, but only one day a week, and there's like 6 other dudes that are also like, yo, I get her Wednesday, I get her Tuesday, I'm on, Monday. It just feels like, you get like this little piece,
Movies are better. Hey, listen, I was never a huge partier. I would have probably been the guy to like, let's rent some movies and hang out.
I liked doing that too, but
Jason's like,
but I like doing that too. But have you ever just gone to a party with a bunch of strangers and taken a few of them home with you? It's just, I've always been the guy who liked to party.
Stephen King's Night Flyer would be great, but is that shocking? Is he infamous? That's 97. Is that movie that? I thought the movie was older than that. Well, the director of that is Mark Pavia, who I don't know. With good reason, he hasn't done very much. He's directed less movies than me by a lot. He's done The Night Flyer and Fender Bender. He doesn't even have an IMDb page. Interesting.
That's crazy.
Last year I feel like they gave us more to go on with trying to decipher these things. 2 horror shockers. The movie, but for very different reasons. So their movies are shocking for very different reasons, and the filmmakers are visionaries, but for different reasons. But this says they're both genre filmmakers.
It's interesting.
Let me ask AI, right?
Yeah,
Like who?
that's what my dad would say. But like, let me ask Copilot.
Let's see if I can look up like what is it? Genre horror. It would be horror genre.
Yeah,
Um, Visionaries in the late 20th century. It's late, y'all.
late 20th century. Yeah, it's late. I went trick or treating. I've got a couple Oktoberfests in me. The brain is.
Oh
not
God, please not more Argento. It
Blair
popped
Witch
him
Project?
up. Let's see. Blair Witch Project. I don't think I don't think anybody's going to do a 4K of that, and I don't think it would look good. The materials on that are shite to move to 4K. Does Toby Hooper have anything we haven't put out yet besides Salem's Lot that we're getting teased on? Wait, he didn't do Salem. Did he do something?
Toby Hooper did the original
Yeah, okay.
film slot. Yeah,
Stuart Gordon. That's not a bad. What did Stuart Gordon? Stuart Gordon was very infamous. What do we not have of his yet? We don't have. We have a Blu-ray because, as 4K Tent Revival pointed out, doesn't mean it doesn't have a Blu-ray.
yeah.
We don't have Castle Freak, which is a shocking movie. Castle Freak. He's infamous for Reanimator, From Beyond, all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. You've also got Clive Barker. Does he have anything that we're missing out there? It's not really like a ton. Please God, no more Argento. Sorry, you Argento fans. I do not see it with him, and I have tried so many times. I don't see what everyone else is seeing.
Yeah.
But they've put out so much of his stuff recently too. Like most recently there was another one of his that came out, like his 90s stuff.
I think Severin released Opera real recently.
Yeah.
Maybe earlier this year.
Yeah, Dagon is another Stuart Gordon. Suspiria has been done a lot though. Now that 4K can't be topped from Synapse. That's as good as it gets. Yeah, they have done a couple of 4Ks for Argento. The 9 card player or whatever it is too. But like when I tried to look this up on IMDb, of course it gave me Wes Craven, Toby Hooper, Carpenter, Cronenberg, Argento, Romero, Raimi, Barker, Stuart Gordon, Brian De Palma. There's nothing for De Palma to put out. Larry Cohen, but we've already got the stuff on 4K. You go to the 90s, you got David Fincher. Is there anything else of his? It does have Peter Jackson listed here. Dead Alive could definitely be one. The IMDb thing is reminding you that before Lord of the Rings, he was a splatterpunk icon.
Yeah.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess, if nothing else. That's a good guess.
I think that would make a lot of people happy too.
I think Dolls is coming from Arrow. There was a card teaser for Dolls in some Arrow stuff some people got a while back.
Dolls 4K?
Yeah.
Because they did release that in the Empire of Screams on Blu-ray.
Oh, I'm glad you like that. Yeah, that Reanimator from Ignite is good as it comes too.
That's top notch. I'm looking forward to more from them. I wish we could get some monthly announcements from them.
I think the big clue. Wait, did I miss that clue? Am I is it just?
Our duo of secret releases will blow your minds and maybe even your bodies apart. Is there anything where bodies get blown apart?
I don't know. Where am I like missing that? Is it on another page? Where did you see that? I don't see that down here. Is it where are you seeing that, Carrie? Oh, in the email. Okay.
Carrie reads the emails. I just do a quick scroll and I'm like, all right, I saw things with my eyes and I'm going to keep moving.
Yeah. Let's see.
I always keep the email. Like, I'm going to come back and read this. Like, when, dude, be honest with
Yeah,
yourself.
and then you've got 100,000 emails.
Yeah.
Like, why did I not get the email, Carrie? I'm a subscriber.
Yeah. Blow your minds and maybe your bodies apart. I feel like the maybe your bodies.
Yeah.
Is, like, why would they put that in? Why would they add that into the sentence? Somebody's getting blown up in one of these movies.
Why do I not have this email? I'm offended. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It says, important note, only subscribers will be able to purchase the keep. I have to make a decision on that because, I mean, obviously I have 2 copies of it, but the whole like special new subline and new packaging is a thing. Totally a thing. Carrie, did you make up that email? I seriously don't have that email. That is interesting. Wait a minute.
If I got that.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Some Japanese sleeves from the Pink Line. I'm like over here just staring so hard.
Huh.
This year, equally wonderful. Let's see. Okay, this year's set of Secret VS releases represents 2 very different, yet equally wonderful takes on oddball horror. Oddball horror by directors at 2 very different ends of the horror spectrum. Both making their 4K debuts and including one of the more infamous films of its type to exist in the annals of cult cinema. Okay, there's a little more.
One of the most infamous films of its type. They say so little with so many words.
Yes. That is a lot of word salad. Let's see. Is it in here maybe? Okay. Maybe it's over here where everyone can participate if it's over here. Let's see. It's not. Of course it's not. I love y'all, but I'm not going into my email on here. But I will do this. Let's see.
I want to see all your hymns spam.
Yeah. My hymns and Blue Chew. Right.
Yeah,
Brian's always talking Blue Chew.
Wild.
Okay, so there is the info there. So the interesting is the oddball horror.
Oddball.
That changes things a bit. You could guess forever, but like this is, I feel like these are some of the they haven't given us as much to go on.
Yeah.
So I Googled oddball horror, and the very first thing it gave was Society. We don't have that 4K yet, but I had a pretty good guess that was coming from Ignite Films eventually.
Oh. Ignite.
You do have Brain Damage from Frank Henenlotter. Well, no, somebody else is doing Frankenhooker. I was about to say Frankenhooker. Frank Henenlotter is a good place to start. We didn't think about him. He's definitely infamous. Yeah, you could probably just try to guess this, but I will say this though: Dead Alive keeps popping up as a thing. That would be interesting. Is there a 4K of Naked Lunch by Cronenberg? That is the weirdest oddball horror movie there is.
I think
Horror.
Criterion has the Blu-ray for Naked Lunch, right? I think.
Yes, they do. They do.
Yeah. Maybe they didn't get the 4K rights. There's been a few cases where Kino got some 4K rights that they didn't have because they didn't negotiate for the 4K, I guess.
Yeah, Synapse is doing Frankenhooker. Dead Alive. Ghoulies was the scariest VHS cover for you. Looking in the toilet before you sit down.
Yeah. I think
Oddball
Pennywise
is fairly descriptive, but like it's, as Jason said, Vinegar Syndrome is very prone to hyperbole with how they describe things.
Yeah.
So it's
they are, and I mean, Oddball, while it does evoke a very specific kind of horror film, it still feels like there's a lot that could maybe qualify, and whether or not it's really oddball is kind of subjective. So, you know, I could throw something out there and you guys would all be like, that's not oddball. I'm like, well, it's, you know, to me, it's oddball. Hey, obviously. So I think Criterion does a lot, or Vinegar Syndrome does a lot of that.
No, man, I think it's saying that these two horror movies have never had Ultra HD, not the filmmakers themselves.
Trying to see what people are saying on BlueRayFilms.com.
Yeah, Basket Case has a 4K. Do we have any info on Brain Damage coming to Arrow? I don't trust them for shit anymore. They starting to promise things way out, and then you're like, when is that coming? Arrow did a 4K of Naked Lunch?
Yeah, in UK, I think.
Okay, in the UK. Could Vinegar Syndrome like shock everyone and have first sleepaway camp? Though that's not. Oh well, I guess you could say it's odd balls.
Yeah, it's odd balls out, dude. I mean, I would say that the ending is quite shocking. I remember watching that with my wife, and she'd never seen it before. And we got to the end, and she was like, like she just, I guess she didn't see it coming, but it was like, she was fairly shocked, I think, maybe even partially scandalized because she was looking at old boys, hairy, everything, big old bush. She was like,
previous secret releases. Well, last year it was The Keep, right? And Sliver were the secret releases. Before that, Existend. So you had Cronenberg there. Freeway and Evil Laugh, Ebola Syndrome. Steel and Lace was one? Really? Top 10 horror 80s movies go? Shit. That takes a lot of thought, which is why I do lots of lists, because it takes a lot of thought. And then I still get yelled at for not thinking of the one out of hundreds of thousands someone else was thinking of.
Apparently, the brand new Reviver. Let's see if this is the truth. That brand new Reviver, it's like their new line that they just debuted. Apparently, this one has sold pretty well. Well, it's only limited to 2,000 units. Okay, so it's below 2,000, but they've sold almost 600 units already.
So we don't know what this movie is either.
No idea. Yeah, it sounds too vague for me to jump on. I mean,
this is not in my. This is not the subscriber.
Yeah. "15 reels of film make up the contents of this release." It seems like this might be just kind of, they have a lot of odds and ends, and they figure, well, we'll load them on a disc, throw a glossy slip cover on it, and then sell it for $25, which is fairly reasonable. And assholes like Jason are going to bite because it's like $25 and spot gloss on the slipcase.
Interesting. See, like I like this, directed by, it's all redacted. So 1970 to 1980. Interesting.
42 minutes. So it sounds like maybe this isn't a feature and it's just, a bunch of it's like fried rice, you just make it with all the scraps in your fridge.
So I will be, since I get, like, if you see my subscriber price here for $20, I will probably take a plunge and just see what it does.
So do they really have the directed by, the starring, all of this stuff covered up? Because it's
redacted. Like it's a damn government document.
Just like the CIA.
Yep. 77 rockets in the house. Crystal said she made her hubby watch Sleepaway Camp a few weeks ago and he had never seen it.
There you go. She did the same thing. She made her spouse watch the movie. They'd never seen it. And then that surprise ending that's a bit of a wild twist.
Nice figure of speech, because it immediately put in, then she whipped out a gun and tried to blow me away.
That's it too.
Dude looks like a lady.
Think about twist endings, you're like, oh, it was Jason's mom the whole time, and then the director of Sleepaway Camp's like, hold my beer. You know what I mean? Like, I got an even better one.
Now, Evil Speak is interesting. Who did Evil Speak? That movie was very infamous because, like, it got damn, why is it not even pulling that up? It's 80, I think it's 81. Eric Weston is the director of that, who I don't know off the top of my head. It was a very infamous movie because it had, like, it got banned for a bit. Very satanic panic going on there. I know that doesn't have a 4K. I can't say he's like a infamous director though, because he only directed a few movies. Anytime you tell me somebody's infamous, for in my mind, first they've got to be famous. They've got to be known for whatever this is first. So it can't be somebody, in my opinion, but Vinegar Syndrome is prone to hyperbole, but in my opinion, it has to be someone who is well known. You got to be famous to be infamous.
That reminds me of the Three Amigos. Like, I don't understand what infamous is. Infamous is when you're more than famous.
You're more than famous.
I love that movie so much. I wish that was one of the secret titles, of 4K of Three Amigos. That would really make my weekend.
That would be awesome. Here is their new pink line, as though they don't dabble into enough, naughty movies to start with. They're making a whole line for it. And of course it's
Japanese. Yeah, the pink line films are specifically Japanese. It's like a Japanese softcore, apparently.
Again, I want to say, like, this market might be the most served market in all of physical media at this point. Not like I think all Asian cinema has bypassed horror and everything at this point. Which for me is like, I was never even into the like mainstream J horror. There's something about the aesthetic that never worked for me. Ring, any of those things. I don't know what it is. Like, I like, Brian gives me grief, but I'm very much about vibes and feelings of movies and like the color and the mise en scène of, like, the whole way it makes you feel when watching it. And when I watch a lot of J horror, it's very desaturated, very bluish, greenish, grays, cold, lots of times wet, very technological feeling. and there's no warmth from it. Like, so I disconnect with it. It seems very sterile to me. So, and I like, that's not how I like to experience horror films. So that's not to say there's anything wrong with anybody that likes it. That is how it makes me feel when I watch it. So I've never been into it. And so by proxy, like I've just never been into a lot of this stuff. Now, like, of course, Shokasuke in the 80s and, Bruce Lee and all, but that's very different feeling stuff. Like I ordered the Kino Ninja trifecta there, but I ordered them individually to get the slipcovers.
No kidding.
I did.
Yeah. I still think I want to get them like locked into one box together, but you got to admire the slipcovers.
Yeah, then there's no slips, and it's just like,
I'm with you on the J horror. Honestly, when it comes to like Halloween, I'll watch some J horror like other times of the year, but I'm not during Halloween. I'm really trying to keep it like anything kind of descended from the Celts. You know what I mean? Like I want to keep it like in that kind of Western Halloween tradition. So I mean, I'll mess around with like some J horror, but I'm with you. I mean, I'm mostly like to see kind of warm and cozy, nostalgic 80s horror.
Oh, Massage Parlor Murder has been out for a while, Becca. That is exactly what you think it is. It's pretty much an adult film.
Nice.
You get the grain feel. Korean horrors, bunch of Asian dudes crying in a field over and over.
Shit.
Oh, Crystal. I don't know if you want this answer from me because I don't know how you feel about it. I personally, like, I didn't see it for the first time until just a couple of months ago. And I was because the way people go on and on about it, I was expecting so much more. And I thought this is an extremely like on the nose metaphor for STD. Mm-hmm. And it was, to me, it felt slow. It didn't scare me at any point in the film. I was never scared by it. But then again, people also said they found The Witch extremely terrifying. And I get that's subjective, but there's nothing about The Witch that creeped me out either, even for a second. So I don't know. Like it follows, it's well done. I think it's well done. I was not all like, I didn't like it enough to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. I don't think it's a bad movie. I guess they're coming out with a sequel to They Follow or something.
They Follow.
Yeah.
I mean, I think It Follows is just, it works a lot better if you're a chick and you can get laid pretty easily.
Yeah.
But
Polanski listen, I would buy The Ninth Gate is a good movie. The Ninth Gate is a good movie. I mean, I understand what he is, but The Ninth Gate is a good movie.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. That is like a mystery horror. It's pretty interesting. It doesn't have a 4K. I don't know that that's a shocking. I don't know if that's oddball either.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a little bit oddball.
Again, that's the whole subjective nature of what do you find oddball?
I definitely think, Roman Polanski is another one of those infamous directors. But again, it's really less about, I mean, he's well regarded for his films, but he's infamous for his, outside of filmmaking activities that have gotten him into some.
Well, it does say they're infamous for very different reasons. The two filmmakers. So, and they can't say any more on one of them.
No, obviously, yeah. Well, he's infamous for drugging and sodomy. Yeah.
Yeah.
His movies are well regarded, but not particularly infamous. But he does like drugging and sodomy, so he's infamous.
I think that one has a 4K though already. T. Shofi. Carrie, will Flash Order at close range really satisfied with cinematograph for once? Yeah, we haven't really. We kind of jumped on that. I have never seen this movie. Have you seen this one, Jason?
I have not. I have not seen this one.
I mean, it's got Christopher Walken in it too.
It's got Christopher Walken. It's got the humorless Sean Penn.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you never see him in a comedy.
He used it all on Fast Times and
yeah, and I don't even know. Yeah, I guess that was like his one. It was like his one comedy, but I don't know. He doesn't strike me as a very funny human being.
Look at
that hair.
Look at that hair and mustache. Look at that thing.
He looks so young too.
There's his brother right next to him right there, isn't it? That's Chris Penn.
Yeah.
I've never seen this movie.
I haven't either, but it looks interesting. I mean, I like some cinematograph. I've got, I don't know, probably a half dozen or so cinematograph releases. I DM Justin LaLiberty sometimes, and he never DMs me back. Fucking guy.
Damn, Kiefer Sutherland's in this too.
Is that a bit early for Kiefer Sutherland? That was 86, right?
Yeah, that would be the year before he played a vampire.
They got new interviews apparently with Christopher Walken and Sean Penn for that film.
Man.
So that's kind of cool. I mean, I do like listening to Christopher Walken's voice, not as much as Werner Herzog. Werner Herzog's my favorite, but I do like listening. I mean, as a lot of people do, to Christopher Walken, the way he talks and everything like that.
Oh yeah, the whole speech in what's it, Pool Hall Junkies, where he does the lion. I actually cut Logan's football highlights to that with some music. And then all of a sudden, I had all these parents like, "Hey, can you do that for me?" I'm like, "No,
really?
No, I cannot."
They weren't yelling at you about the prom queen part. Like,
let's see, where is so? It's a 2-disc set.
Some people are saying Clown House for the one of the secret titles. That's an unreleased, I think unreleased on Blu-ray or unreleased on 4K. Either way, it'd be a UHD debut for he's the director of Jeepers Creepers. The guy who directed Jeepers Creepers also Clown House.
Oh yeah, Victor Salvi sure is.
He's infamous. Again, it's like he's infamous for the wrong reasons, but
literally the only actor with a IMDb in that film is Sam Rockwell. There's not even a picture of any of the other actors in that film.
People say that they
Three
don't
escaped mental patients. Like, is that? I mean, I guess it's kind of oddball. You got more clown. I mean,
Some people are doubting that that they're going to do a Clown House just because of everything that went on behind the scenes, the controversy involved.
Yeah,
I think one of the actors sued or something like that, and it could be like MGM lawyers like, yeah, don't touch it.
Carrie is a big fan of At Close Range. Am I mistaken, or didn't Arrow release this on a Blu-ray or a 4K in the UK a few months back? 4K 10 Rival says Close Range is very dark, not fun at all.
Okay.
At Close Range is a very heavy drama. I have to be in the right mood for those, so running out to buy those isn't really.
I'm not a big heavy drama guy myself. I especially hate it if it's Oscar bait. I'm like, get out of here with that. I can't. I don't have time for that. But otherwise, I want there to be some comedy or some horror. Definitely some naked people.
Omega Napper, I would say, like, it's going to say 2,000 until it gets under 2,000. It's not down to 2,000. I don't think you got to worry about that one selling out anytime soon. to be honest. I don't think it'll sell out too fast. It says, how many did it say? They're doing 8,000. So this page, this number right here, man, will not change until it's under 2,000.
Yeah. That's a nice thing to look at, but I don't think any of the VSUs, maybe since Navy SEALs. I think all of the ones after Navy SEALs, I could be wrong about that, but I think all the ones after Navy SEALs are still above 2,000 each.
That's a good, we can look at that.
I think.
Mac and Me still over 2,000. B MAGA.
Yeah. Yeah. Weren't there some folks that were predicting that was going to just sell and be gone?
This one's interesting because this one went down at one time to saying 1,800 and something left, and now it says over 2,000.
Oh, they popped it back up.
Well, it was after that. You remember the sale where they brought stuff back? Like I was able to get like some things that had been out of stock. It was down to like 1,800, and it was 1,837 or 31, and then now it's over 2,000, and it's been back over 2,000 since then, which is. So that means they had more somewhere, but it's probably around 2,000 or 3,000 left or something. Let's see, is still over 2,000 in Virtuosity.
Yeah.
Congo's still over 2,000. That's back last December, like the last November Black Friday. Navy SEALs is sold out with the limited edition box set, and there's only 600 standards left. Same with Southern Comfort. That box set sold out. How many of those did they do?
I feel like all the VSUs have been kind of higher, like 6,000 to 10,000.
Yeah, they did 8,000 Southern Comfort.
Seems like a lot for Southern Comfort.
They did 6,000 of Navy SEALs.
Okay. I think they're sitting on a pile of Darryls.
Yeah, they still got plenty of Daryl. 1,453. They did 8,000 units of Daryl. The old 6-string Samurai finally sold out, and for some odd reason, they did 10,000 of those, and I cannot for the life of me tell you why.
Yeah, they would have been fine with 5,000. They could have cut that print run in half. You sometimes have to wonder, like, is there an adult in the room when you guys are making these decisions? Because sometimes they will do comically low print runs on things like hundreds of beavers that sell out in 32 minutes. And then 6-string Samurai gets like 10,000 units on the limited edition. That's wild.
Yeah, it's like this Sidekicks. They did 10,000. They're still stuck with 1,200 of them to this day, and that's been a few years ago.
They've discounted that thing so many times. It's surprising with Chuck Norris's face on the cover that they didn't sell.
Yeah,
more.
that one's surprising. I wouldn't have done 10 though.
Yeah.
They did 12,000 Showgirls. And that, that was for that. Let's see, how many of these did they do? Yeah, they did do 12,000 of that. Damn, they did a 12,000 run of Showgirls, and it sold out.
They did 12,000 of the Keep, and that was gone in a weekend as well. So
how many of they did 10,000 of Roadhouse. Now see, Roadhouse, again, an adult in the room would have been able to say, look, we could make 20,000 of these and sell them. So I don't really know.
Because that's money on the table.
To complete my collection, I still need B Mac. I still got to get the second Mac and Me.
Guys, everybody needs to send him a copy of Mac and Me. I'm waiting for the day that he sends me a text message like, F you. You got everybody 30 copies of Mac and Me just showed up. I got to get Mac and Me, Daryl, and Congo, and I will have 2 of every VSU. Hell yeah.
I'm like, I guess now I got to have 2 Garbage Pail Kids. But like after I buy that first one, if it's not selling out, I try to wait on it to go on sale. Like, I mean, I was able to pick up Sidekicks for $17.99, Six String
That's how
Samurai
much I
for
paid for it.
$17.99.
Yeah, that's
So
great. It is awesome to pay that kind of price for those VSUs.
oh, I love Showgirls. I am like we were talking about favorite directors, and yes, Spielberg and Carpenter are my favorite directors, but sneaky up there is Paul Verhoeven. I'm a big Paul Verhoeven fan.
Yeah, I like Paul.
Um, I like him a lot. The old Dirty Dutchman. I'm also a big Richard Donner guy.
Yeah.
I like Richard Donner. He has a very kind of eclectic because he's got the Lethal Weapon movies, but he has Superman and he has Goonies and he has damn Scrooged with Bill Murray. Like so, he's I'm a Donner. I'm a Donner
There's a lot
guy.
of good stuff in there, like low key, a lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think people know him pretty well for Superman 1 and 2, but I don't think people think about like all 4 of the Lethal Weapon films were done by Donner, right? Like he did all.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's got a good like. He didn't get necessarily stuck into one thing. I mean, if you're doing, you're going from Superman to like Goonies and Lethal Weapon. Like you're kind of all over the place there.
Yeah,
which is cool because that means you can do a lot of things. So he was up there for me. There was something else right on the tip of my tongue. You know, he did shit. There's another movie he did that I really like with Mel Gibson. Maverick. I like Maverick. He did Maverick. But I was trying to pull
not in the theaters.
Conspiracy Theory he did. He even directed 3 episodes of Tales from the Crypt on TV.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, talk about a movie that would never get made today that he did, The Toy, with Richard Pryor.
I want to own a human, buy me a black guy.
Yes.
That's not getting made today, for sure. I just pitched that, and everyone's like, ooh, unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Don't subscribe to that Movie Mask guy, because he thought the toy
need a 4K of what, Tony? Yeah, I'm hoping Congo and the other 2 that I need go on sale on Black Friday, and I'll just go ahead and snap them up.
That's what I've been waiting for. I don't have any VSUs after Navy SEALs because I'm just waiting for them to go on sale because they're all over 2,000 copies and none of them are about to disappear, like the Resurrected, which I'm gonna have to pull the trigger on soon. But
yeah, the Resurrected is a nice looking 4K too. I've been working on that that video review of that for my Patreon, and that is a solid 4K. And that movie is better than I don't know if I'd ever even seen that movie for sure when I started watching it, and I was like, yeah, this is good.
I'm not sure either. 5,000 units they made, and they've only got 606 left. So
yeah, that's solid.
They're about to dip under 600, and I mean that's almost 4,500 units sold. That's pretty good work for a film that's not, it's not like The Keep by Michael Mann. Everybody knows.
Wheels of Life is trying to remember the movie or show, but dolls come alive and delete a female cop. He messaged me on Instagram, and I don't know on that one. Do you know what Showgirls? Elizabeth Berkley has ran with that whole thing, and she's got like a clothing line called Versace now, like because where she says Versace wrong in the movie, and
Versace.
Best of the best. So man, there's so much. Like Iron Eagle needs a 4K. I don't know what's going on with that. That seems like a shoe-in VSU. Where's the domestic 4K of Over the Top? You had that one off kilter steelbook that I got, and that's not the best looking 4K. It's fine. It's fine. The Omen doesn't have 4K either, does it? Yeah, Maverick with Mel Gibson. And westerns look cool in 4K, but that movie is star studded, and that's fun. Why want the toy? It won't be made because of they would never do that. It just wouldn't now. I do like Psycho. Now a lot of you have to be a subscriber to see this. Otherwise, you've got to buy this off of like Orbit DVD or a online retailer. But if you really want to see what this looks like, I have to say I kind of like this artwork here.
Yeah.
On that. Now, do I look at that inside? Is
that one of the ones like the Amityville Horror where it's like the opposite of spot gloss? It's like all glossy and it's like black.
It looks flat there.
Oh, okay. Because this Amityville, I got it right next to me.
Oh yeah, it's like piano keys. Like
that thing was like lacquered black.
Yeah.
Like if you think about touching that thing, it'll show your fingerprints.
For some reason, it will not let me expand that. But that's pretty solid artwork. And I mean, here, like, I absolutely do not need this at all. I mean, I have the Vinegar Syndrome version, and I have this. So, do I need that? No. Am I going to buy it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Hell yeah.
Probably. I want to so bad do a big deep dive into that movie, but the last time I did that for the thing, it went on the channel, and that is a lot of work. If I could have one movie that they said, here's the money, you go and redo this movie how you think it should be done, it would probably be this one. Because I think there's just so much could be done with it. 33 more. The fact that we still have over 100 people watching us after 1 o'clock in the morning on Halloween night is pretty cool.
That is wild. I wonder how many of you guys are going to remember this tomorrow.
Yeah. My video talked you into getting the big imprint. It is awesome. It is awesome. I mean, that the cross there weighs like 5 pounds coming out of that
wild
thing. We listen, I would pay $100 for a 4K if something wicked this way comes.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Would that be like a really nice box set of 4Ks? Something wicked this way comes with Watcher in the Woods.
Oh.
I mean, oof. It'd be nice.
You should grab that, John Doe Juggalo. But you can't grab it off of here if you're not a subscriber, but you can buy it for like $44.99 from like Diabolic or Orbit.
Yeah.
The fact that I can get this at the subscriber price at like $30 is what's gonna like just tip me over the edge. Plus, you don't know what other titles they may end up doing with this that you've missed in the past, and I would just kind of like to have them all because I definitely need them. I don't see a number.
Okay.
Let's see.
Spine number is a dangerous thing for me. The Cinema Classics have them, and now I got to get all of those. I wasn't gonna, but now I got to get all of those.
Let's see. Oh, they are. No, they just have it will not let me expand this for some reason. The hourglass or the thing doesn't work. They do have the sub-label spine thing on them, though. I do believe it's hard to see there, but it looks like it. They're making 5,000 of these.
Okay. That seems like somebody did the math last year and thought, okay, we were low on the 12,000. We should have done 15,000 or 16,000. Someone's like, all right, let's make 5,000 more next year.
BMAGA, I was really hoping for the Salem's Lot announcement. I have been waiting on that announcement for months now. And then they put out that teaser. I'm like, okay, finally. They didn't get it out before Halloween, but they're going to get it out in January. And to be honest, January's, I mean, you put out Evil Dead Rise, which has two domestic 4K releases and a overseas 4K release. So that's been released multiple times. Okay, you added a couple of features and you put Dolby Vision on it, but that thing was shot digitally in excess of 4K. You really shouldn't need that. And then the City Slickers thing is puzzling as hell because they're using an ancient transfer from Screen Factory for that. They, why put that on Blu-ray? It's been on Blu-ray for a long time, and you're just using the same thing. It's the Deadly Friend thing all over again.
That's super low effort.
And then no chunky boxes this month. Even I saw Ken had to admit that the Snakes on a Plane was bare bones and didn't have anything with it, really. So, I mean, Under Siege is a nice stacked release, but that feels like a Vinegar Syndrome title to me. Not necessarily Arrow, but or a Kino release. I mean, I will buy those two eventually, but I'm in no hurry to get those. I just think you're starting your year, right? Like we're going to have a big year. You're starting your year. You tease all of this massive stuff for months. Red Sonja, Excalibur, Salem's Lot. You're teasing all this Halloween stuff that's coming. You're putting out trailers, all of this kind of stuff. And you release a Salem's Lot video teaser. Yeah. And then your releases are that. It's just kind of...
It makes the teaser also feel like how many people are going to remember that. Like the point of the teaser is to like get people ready. Here it comes.
Right.
Coming, not like, hey, remember that rumor? Yeah, it's still alive. See you in a year.
That's see, I don't want them to continue this where they're going down the Kino road. They're starting to toe that line because they put the cards for Salem's Lot in movies friggin' 6-7 months ago or more. And then they put the Red Sonja ones. I think you can go back to my community tab. I leaked that out. I actually was one of the few times somebody told me something from somewhere before it came out, before the cards came out. So that's also been like 5 months ago or so. And it's like, well, that's you're starting to get into Kino territory of we're just putting this shit out there in the ether to get buzz stirred up and we'll get around to it in a year or so.
Yeah, it just seems like if you're going to stir up buzz, don't let it settle down again, like stir it up at the right time because the thing we're going to announce the thing in a week. Okay, cool. I want to get online. I'm going to stir up some buzz. I'll post one of those teasers. See you in 7 days. That'll keep people on the edge of their seat. They won't forget about it. But I had already forgotten about the Red Sonja thing. You mentioned the Red Sonja thing earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing. Like it wasn't even on my brain anymore. But
again, you're putting cards and stuff out like that, and I think T. Shofi can confirm this. They put out cards in the things for Dolls 4K. That's how that first got started. And it's like, okay, you're doing this cool, but you used to do this, and it was like a month later we would get the movie. Now 6-7 months, you're like, oh yeah, we got a card about. They were talking about that a long time ago. I forgot about it already, but I don't like it because I take Kino to task for this. It's like trying to double dip on the buzz. It's like trying to get multiple hits out of the one release. Like, okay, we're going to leak all this stuff out a couple of times over the next 7-8 months and get people paying attention. And then they invested in other things before we ever actually get to the movie. Because every time you talk about it, every time a card comes out or whatever, that helps them. But then we're just kind of stuck waiting forever on the movie. Crystal says, check out Chapel Wait. I was going to start to watch that based, I think, because you said something about it recently. I had not seen that, but...
I haven't either.
That's Adrian Brody, right? Is in that? Goes back to Jerusalem's Lot. Yes, I did hear about that. That's interesting. Is that I think that's the one with Adrian Brody. Man, listen. There's no reason for them not to. That was shot on 35 millimeter.
Yeah.
It should be able to be done. Like that is a massive one. And you talk about one that would look great in 4K, like probably better than Salem's Lot. Salem's Lot's kind of dull, a lot of muted colors, but it with the clown and the colors and the like the leaves and the time of year, it's set in the 50s, then the 80s. That thing would pop on 4K. So like I would really love to see that get it. Am I ignoring the audience?
No way.
I love Red Sonja.
I do love Red Sonja.
That's the thing. If you're not gonna announce it very soon, like, what is your point in right now? If you're not gonna tease, like, I think it was Ken or somebody was saying, I don't think they'll release Halloween until next September or something. Why tease anything now than a year in advance? It seems like overkill.
It does seem like overkill. I think, give it a couple weeks. People have short attention spans. There's a lot of stuff coming at people every single month with all the various boutiques and releases that it's like I almost feel like you can't afford to be the boutique label that cried wolf.
Yeah.
You said you were going to get something and then people looked and then you didn't publish it and people were like, well, whatever. I'm going to go spend my money over here at Vinegar Syndrome or TerraVision or whatever.
Well, that's sort of the problem that Kino's running into. They flood with so many announcements and really no idea of when it's coming that they've lost the whole impact. You don't even get monthly announcements for Kino. They just randomly announce stuff.
It's always random. Yeah. Kino's feels like it's just the minute they find something out, they run to publicize it. And there've been a lot of times where they've announced something and you're like, are we still waiting on that? That shit hasn't come out yet. It's been 6 months. They don't know when they're putting out Happy Gilmore. There's no release date. I remember those Adam Sandlers were the most recent ones that it feels like they kept kind of pushing and like, we don't know when, but TBD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was 9 months from the time they said they were coming till the time they came out. I mean, that's a long time. It was 10 months on one of them. It's a long time. Yeah, I saw that they're back on track with Dante's Peak. So hopefully because I do enjoy that movie. So hopefully that they do good. They do better with it than they did with Daylight, which they pulled back because that is a muddy 4K, just very dull. I've never seen that, but I've had a lot of people recommend that movie to me. Outland with Sean Connery. Favorite William Friedkin flick. It's very easy to say Exorcist, but for me to say Exorcist is my favorite movie is a stretch because it's hard. I recognize it's a great film. It's hard for me to watch that movie.
That movie is tough because
especially once you have kids, people like they're like.
My wife and I watched that recently, and she's like, "Does something happen to the girl?" I'm like, "You haven't seen this movie?"
I'm guessing Jason's is probably To Live and Die in L.A. Maybe
ding,
up
ding,
there.
Ding, 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 ding! You got it, my friend. Yeah, nailed it.
Do you know there is a movie of his that I really like that you're going to laugh when I tell you? Shit, now I just forgot the name. It's Blue Chips. Blue Chips with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. I remember seeing that in theaters.
Yes, and Nick Nolte. Yeah. And Anthony Penny Hardaway is in that too. Ed O'Neill, like it's got a hell of a cast. And I think people think back to it now and they think it, like, oh, that's a stupid movie, but it's actually a pretty good movie. It probably deserves a bit more attention. I think a lot of people forget that he directed it.
Yeah, I definitely did.
I'm trying to think of what else he directed that I like. Well, Killer Joe is a trip. I can't say that's my favorite. I mean, honestly, you know, this is going to kill Jason, but I've never seen To Live and Die in LA all the way through.
Oh, yeah. I got the Kino right back there.
Now, it was just sent to me on Blu-ray, Shout Factory Blu-ray, by my boy Why So Blue. So I'm going to watch the Blu-ray of it. So I have not ever seen it all the way through.
French Connection is good too.
Yeah, French Connection. He did Bug, right? Which he did Cruising.
He did Cruising.
So I mean, he's it's interesting, but yeah, Blue Chips. I have to say that's the most probably forgotten one of his. He also did this old horror movie, like this almost fantasy folk horror movie called The Guardian, which without the supernatural elements could have basically been almost like the forerunner for Hand That Rocks the Cradle. That is pretty good. So it's I don't know. I was about trying to pull him up to see, but I can't. My thing is being a pain. So that's what we have for the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I gotta say, like, I don't hate Garbage Pail Kids. People hating on it. I'm fine with getting it. There are a lot of other things. Since they only do 3 or 4 of these a year, like, you want them to be like just, oh my God, yes, type of movies, like Roadhouse, stuff like that. You want to be like, hell yes, they put that movie out. And I don't know if like Garbage Pail Kids does that. It's like, cool, I'm happy to get it. But like,
I'm glad it's back in print. There was an out-of-print Blu-ray that's probably $90 online. So getting a 4K that's going to be more reasonably priced, I got to appreciate that.
If I had to be honest, I would say I am more excited for the secret releases and Time Crimes.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Time Crimes looks interesting.
I'm looking forward to Time Crimes.
But now keep in mind, this is not their whole release slate for the month. This is half of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to get more Vinegar Syndrome 4K titles and everything else. So this is
Black Friday is always a huge.
Yeah.
Up till midnight on Thanksgiving night, That's a huge night.
I agree with that 4K tent. Like you need to do the 4K of It 1990, and you need to talk to Tim Curry, and you need to go out here. And there's an incredible documentary on Pennywise and It. It was done by my guys partly at Fuzz on the Lens Productions that did the Terrifier movies. That they should just get and put in there with it. Oh, Sorcerer. Friedkin did Sorcerer. Yeah.
Brian hated that one.
Brian hated it. Brian has the very, like, you could tell, like, I gave him grief because you can tell he came of age watching 90s movies that were all like 85 minutes long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's so slow I couldn't get into it. And I'm like, the movie's an hour and 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
Box set of all Stephen King movies would be great, but they're all over the place like that.
They really are.
There are other movies of his I would like to see come. Rose Red is a great haunted house movie. Storm of the Century, all snowy, stuck on an island. That would be a great 4K. There's a lot of his stuff. BMAG is down with me on Blue Chips. Oh, yeah. Alien. Yeah, those are good 4Ks. Bicentennial Man on 4K. That is, wow, that's pulling out.
That was a.
Have I seen Deal of the Century? I have not. I can't say I've seen that. Man, I can't watch Patch Adams' T-Show feed. That's too sad at the end. Carrie strongly dislikes Garbage Pail Kids, but like the idea of it for VSU.
I agree. It probably should have been more spread out a little bit. Like have a few more Roadhouse and Showgirls type of films in there.
Yeah, that I think that's the thing. Like you could have, Yeah, like even if you just timed the releases different, like if you had thrown Virtuosity in between Mac and Me and Garbage Pail Kids versus like you started out this year with Virtuosity and what did we do? We had Virtuosity, Golden Child, and then Mac and Me, and then Garbage Pail Kids. So it kind of went super serious, R-rated down to like it kind of just went crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mac and Me and Garbage Pail Kids feel too much like a 1-2 kind of double feature.
Did Tim Curry pass away? Did I miss that?
What?
When did that happen? I don't think, unless that happened like today.
No.
I think you're wrong on that. Yeah, you're. He's still. Tim Curry is still with us.
1946.
Yeah,
Scared me for a second there, though. Come on.
I know. Oh yeah, Tim Curry's still with us, homeboy. Hey, all the way from Belgium. $200 worth of stuff in my cart from Lionsgate Limited. Just waiting on it to go down. I've done that before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I just want to say, every time I see the love from Belgium, I think, you're watching me all the way from Belgium. Bless your heart. But I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. All right, we caught every... Oh, it was an internet hoax that he died.
Yeah.
They need to do more VSUs in a year. Well, this year's first year they did 4. They have only been doing 3. This is the first time they stepped up to 4. I don't think they need to go backwards to 3. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to 6, but 4, you're putting 1 out per quarter. I think that's what they're looking at
I think
there.
4 is a nice sweet spot. Like you've said before, it's not daunting. Like you can still handle 4 releases a year, but it keeps them once per quarter. So I like 4 per year. I like that line. So
yeah, I mean, I'm in. They'll get me as long as I'm in. They'll get me. Which ones are you missing, Jason? Like or like which old ones are you missing?
Roadhouse and Showgirls.
Roadhouse and Showgirls.
Yeah. I missed that freaking Roadhouse again. Oh man.
B Maggot. I love you, man. He loves him some Mac and Me and Garbage Pail Kids.
I will buy them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch them as like 80s oddities, things that are like specific to 80s culture.
Yeah, that's we're getting back around to the time that I can finally watch the Vice Academy movies because it's not Halloween. I can try to squeeze these in before like Thanksgiving and Christmas and winter movies come.
Yeah.
So we're getting back around to that. But that's what I got for you guys. It's 1:40 in the morning. I think this is a good stopping point.
Yeah. I've got kids that are going to be like, yo, Dad, it's 6 a.m. Like,
yeah.
Let's go downstairs and eat some Captain Crunch.
Oh, gosh. That part, I'm lucky. My son will be sleeping probably till long after I'm awake in the morning.
My youngest used to sleep like me. She'd sleep till sometimes, 8:30 in the morning. I'm like, what are you doing? You're still sleeping. You're 2 years old. Lately she's been getting up earlier with her sister, and I'm like, damn it, like it was nice when they would sleep a little bit later for me, but I'm like looking forward to them being teenagers. I'm like, it's going to come back around.
Oh, look at that too, though. Right under the wire, though. Crystal joined the channel. Thank you, Crystal. Welcome aboard. You get to see some extra crazy stuff. Thank you. B Maga, have an awesome night, my friend.
B Maga.
To all of you, I hope you had a great Halloween. Jason, Thank you for being with me. Make sure you subscribe to Movie Mass 4K at Movie Mass 4K. That is his handle now. Saturday football starts early. Georgia got to go spank the Gators down at the cocktail party, and I have a video. Listen, It's going to be a hard switch tomorrow. It's not going to be a horror video, a strictly horror video coming tomorrow. So
All rom-com in November.
oh gosh, I would run half of my people off. But then Brian wouldn't miss any.
No.
He wouldn't miss any. All right, you guys. Good night.
Not everybody. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. See you later.